And so next is Svebor, who will be heading up the organization team for next conference in Dubrovnik, probably in April. And so he'll be talking about the location and his team and so on.
Okay, is the projector on? Okay. Is that okay? Yep. Okay, cool. Okay, so hello, everyone. Hello. So while I'm on the brink of alcoholism, before I take plunge into that, today I'm still sober, so I'll be able to tell you about the conference that we hope to be able to do hopefully at least nearly as good as the guys did it here. We'll of course take Dubrovnik, but I forgot to say, my name is Svebor, and I'm from Croatia, from Zagreb. And I haven't really met until now, obviously. But I have been a long time openSUSE user, so in a way, this is a way I hope to repay the community for all the great work that they've been doing so that I can enjoy the system, right? So, as Robert already said, it will be in April next year, and it will be in Dubrovnik, which, if you look at this, the battery is almost dead, it seems. If you look at the name of that the ancient Greeks actually given the colony that they have built in the area that is now Dubrovnik. Later on, it got the name museum from the Romans, and finally, when the Slavic tribes came there and merged with all the other peoples, they called it Dubrovnik, and that actually means Duba, or forest. So I suppose it was a forest area before they came. In terms of location, it is actually very near to Thessaloniki. If you just fly from one place to the other, it's, I think, 400, 500 kilometers, but it's not so close if you try to go there by car, so I wouldn't recommend that. I think it's over 10 hours. Yeah. It's the southernmost part of Croatia, and so it's a bit far for every one of us. It's not just far for Europe, it's far for the Croats. I want to introduce you to the team. Nice, my picture is missing. So, to the team of volunteers that have so far pledged to help with the organization, and I hope it won't be like what happened to your team. There are two major that have given the initiative to increase and Hulk, which I'll tell you about a little later. But what is more important is these people that I hope will make the community proud. First is Darko Grabar. He is from the Faculty of Organization and Informatics in Varaždin, which is a smaller town north of Zagreb, from where I'm from. He works in the Department of Development of Software Products. Ivan Guštin is president of Hulk. He's also an entrepreneur. He lives in Pazin, in Istra, which is a territory south of Croatia, by the coast. Schweikert is the assistant researcher at the University of Dubrovnik, where hopefully everything will be fine with the venues and the conference take place there. And myself, I'm from Zagreb, and I'm employed at the Faculty of Electrical Engineering and Computing there. So, in terms of in general software in Croatia, HR Open Hulk. HR Open is Croatian Association for Open Systems and the Internet, and HALK is Croatian abbreviation for Croatian Linux Users Association. These are the non-government organizations that have been promoting free software for over 22 years, I think. So we have sort of a tradition there, and we have been organizing our own local conference for 20 years, which is called Doors Clock, which means Days of Open Systems, Croatian Linux Users Conference. This is part of the team that has been involved in organization and volunteering at our last conference. I would hope to have them, at least some of them, in the team for the openSUSE conference next year. To the right, you can see Ivan and me a little more formal suits, and the reason was at our last conference we had the President of the Republic of Croatia coming to show his support because he gets us for the conference. So in terms of that, we have been relatively successful in receiving government support from the highest level in the recent years, which I think is a good sign. But of course, there's always much room for development. And by the same time, with our last conference, the government has formed a working group that would steer the public sector in free software, open technologies, open standards, and baby steps for now. Things like this openSUSE in Croatia, I think, will really help to raise awareness of the existence of alternatives and the possibilities to develop in this area. So also, please let me just show you where I'm from. This to the left is the faculty where I work at, and these are a few pictures of Zagreb railway station and the main square. Okay, so on to Dubrovnik and where things will take place. University of Dubrovnik is a relatively young university. They have been established in 2003 as their modern university that they are now, but they have the tradition all the way back to 17th century when they had their first higher education institution called Collegium Guzinu established. And they have 7 departments for faculties at their university, and the one that is called Department of Faculty Engineering and Computing Department is the one that is interested to collaborate and where Tomas Jekavica is actually employed. So we expect also to have many of their students at the conference and at least some of them to volunteer and help with the organization. Aside from that, they have a few centers, libraries, Institute for Marine and Coastal Research, many employees, 15 studies, undergraduate, then graduate, and so on. If you look at the map on the left, these dots are the buildings of University of Dubrovnik. They are fairly scattered around, all the way around town, but it doesn't mean that they're hardly reachable from one to another. And if you would do that same thing with hotels, they would also be scattered all around. But actually, if you try to walk from one part of the town, for example, here, all the way to the other side, it will take you almost 30 minutes. So it's very small towns, very reachable on foot. And I think that's a plus always for going to a conference, to be able to easily go wherever you want. They have various, the buildings are built in various stages of development, but they're all very adapted to the needs of the conference in all of them. So for example, one that I like the most is the old building, which on the outside is typical old-style Dubrovnik architecture, and on the inside, it's completely different. It's been adapted 2 years ago, and the style is completely modern. So this contrast is something that impressed me while I was there. So I hope to have the conference that venue. Of course, there are all things to do outside the conference. You come a few days early or stay a bit longer. You can do many of the things that we probably won't be able to cover in events at the conference. So for example, the old town is surrounded by more than 2 kilometers of walls, which you can explore, walk on, and you can have specifications there for them also. And you're done with that, you can, for example, explore the area. You go to museums, and you could do it all in one day. Things are relatively affordable to see. Unfortunately, is more night than others, in my opinion, is Fort Lovrijenac, which is 5 minutes from the western city gates. It's a fort where they actually, in the summer, must have the open theater. They have plays of Hamlet at the walls of the fort, and it's very atmospheric to sit there and wait behind you and Hamlet in the evening with all the interesting lighting, and it's very nice. Also, it has been a place where many scenes of Game of Thrones have been filmed, which is being filmed still in various sites at Dubrovnik. You have the main street where there are lots of shops and a lot of restaurants, bars, but if you go there, I suggest you just go into the alleyways and go there, because prices are much cheaper and normal, and they're even more exciting and interesting to look at. So one of the things that I hope to be able to do is an excursion to Kona, which is southern area of Croatia, which has been a granary of Dubrovnik because of the great valley that is there. That's where people grow all kinds of vegetables and fruits, and where they have also a lot of family vineyards with very famous wines that have been internationally known for their tea. So I think we could probably have an excursion there and try the local specialties, go to some of the vineyards and have wine tasting and things like that. And so you could try all of these things that Dubrovnik is known for in terms of gastronomy. And of course, there's a lot more. You can always go on tours, go, for example, look at all the Game of Thrones sets where you can build that. You could go to Elafiti Archipelago, which was also something the Greeks named. I think it was Elaphos, the deer. So, and of course, there are no deer there anymore. I suppose they ate all them. Lokrum is a very natural island, which you can go by boat, and there's a botanical garden there, there's a fort, monastery, restaurants, beaches, whatever. So it's a one-day trip, and you'd be fine. You won't be bored. And also, if you, for example, love photography, you could go to Hill Search, which is just above Dubrovnik, and the lower right picture is taken from that. For some reason, presentation is a bit displaced, you can't see it. So, just a quick sum of the plans. The venue, one of the university buildings, will hopefully have a welcome drink and party somewhere in town on a nice terrace with a view of the old town and the sea. Hopefully we'll be able to go to the excursion. We'll try to bring people from Zagreb and from other areas, especially students from the universities in Croatia. I haven't mentioned any others because the only ones for which we have planned in the job. Also, I know there are a few companies that use SUSE and openSUSE in Croatia, so hopefully they will be willing to participate at least as visitors. And of course, I'm very hopeful that you will share your further experiences, the team from this year, and the rest of the community, and any ideas and any guidance that you might be able to offer to help us achieve that this goes in the right direction, and we're all happy with how it in the end executes, I think. So yeah, this is everything for now. You can ask me some questions, but of course, I'm not sure I have any answers yet.
Pretty easy question. Around the area, some local events are definitely no FLOSK.
No,
It's not in your country, it's in Kosovo, I think.
No. Dubrovnik is in Croatia.
Yes.
Sorry,
It's
maybe
near,
I misheard
it's,
what.
yeah, so FLOSK is like one
Okay.
next to you. It's like, So are you planning on going on that conferences to? Actually,
I am.
my opinion is that it would be very good to do that. Go to near conferences near your country and do that, because we have people from Albania coming here. So it's use the place that you're making the conference. Unfortunately, we were very lucky at that point, because yes, and mostly the Balkan countries are very unlucky on that, because if you compare our countries with Germany, which is in the center of Europe, so just take all
It's very hard to
the help
yeah.
you can get. And another thing is that what helped us a lot is come to FOSDEM. I will be there definitely.
Okay.
So go to FOSDEM and make promotion.
Yes, I added it to my calendar. Yeah.
My opinion is that we were suckers that didn't do that in the previous conferences.
Okay. Thanks.
And definitely you can count on us, right?
Thank you. Great.
Sorry, I missed the start of your presentation, but can you just confirm what the weather would be like at the time? Because
Of course, with 97.6% probability, it will be very nice and just perfect. I mean, probably from 15 to 20 Celsius, I think, something like that. So it won't be good enough to go to the beach for most people, but you'll be able to walk around in shorts and
that's a
not
guy from
wearing-
Aberdeen. We're happy if it's in single figures. We'll go to the beach, so that's fine.
Okay, great.
It'll be warmer than in Scotland. Anybody else? All right, thank you.
Thank you.